What do you want? You can come up on my chair. Come up. You
Oh,
can't
why,
go on my
thank you.
desk, though.
I think I will.
What? Why'd you scratch yourself? Oh my god, this boy, every time I'm at my desk, he just wants to be on my chair. He's so cute, but he's so freaking annoying.
Is he a lap cat?
He's not even on my lap right now. That's the funny part. He's just... What are you doing? Why are you licking my arm?
Maybe he's trying to tell you to go take a shower.
I got a shower this morning, excuse me. Excuse me?
And the cat seems to think you're overdue for another one.
Alright, we're good.
Alright, blame the cat.
I was gonna say at everyone. I was like, hang on a second.
I'm sure that'll go over big.
I'm sure no one will be upset with that. Copy link. Mr. Gusto, the victim of the poison gas attack, is the perpetrator behind the IS-7 incident. Dusty?
Mr. Gusto. Miss Bound, as we have established, you knew that the opening of the gallery would lure in the real culprit, and you set up the poison gas trap in order to catch them. Do you dispute the facts thus far?
You're a very impressive man, Mr. Edgeworth, just like your daddy. And of course, you're absolutely right.
Then perhaps you could tell us exactly what happened, in your own words.
Of course, I have nothing to hide anymore. So I might as well tell you everything. As you said, I set a trap here in the gallery to try and catch Mr. Frost's killer. Before we opened, I made sure that the door to the autumn wing was the only one that was unlocked. When opening time came, I went around to unlock the doors of the various rooms. I found that the autumn wing had been locked from the inside. The killer is on the other side of the door. The thought, well, it frightened me.
Hello from the other side.
I must have called 1,000 times.
And then she simply walked away. You don't hear her say, "Please, oh baby, don't go," leaving him to fall victim to her poison gas trap.
Mr. Gusto was being treated for gas inhalation. That's when I knew he was the murderer. It was his hat! He was number one!
He does wear a pretty distinctive hat. He even included a cut in it to show off the entirety of his scar. Like he had that scar 18 years ago. He did not have that hat. He made that special.
That's quite funny. That's quite funny. He's just a guy. He's just a guy.
Everybody look at my cool badass scar.
Samson would finally be proven innocent. At least, that was my plan. If it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Judes, why didn't you tell me? You know I'm always here for you, right? You could have found another way. It didn't have to be like this.
you, Mr. Fender. You've been so very kind to me all these years. But I'm the one who created this mess, so it was up to me to try and clean it up. I didn't care what it took, as long as I could get Samson out of that awful place.
Judy, 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 Judy.
18 years ago, the police managed to cover up the fact that Mr. Frost's body had gone missing. If I went to them now and said it had reappeared, I was afraid they might have tried to cover things up again. So I worked to set off a very public incident here in the gallery, for as many witnesses as possible.
I'm so sorry, Judy. Samson, Gregory, I let you all down. Fender, this can't be easy for him.
No, I'm the one who should be apologizing. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, I hope one day you can forgive me. And whatever punishment I have to face, I'm ready to accept it. But please, if I may ask something of you, is that you simply must clear Samson's name.
The way the truth of these past 18 years had come to light was unexpected, to say the least. And yet, it had only set us down a path towards an even more shocking end. More proof that I'm not psychic and haven't played this game before. Latter, the committee's view. Yes, it's still April 2nd, 3:11 p.m., Zodiac Hall Fountain Room. Miss Bound, are you feeling a little calmer now? Larry, what are you giving the thumbs up for?
Larry, shut the fuck up. Why are you even here? Who invited you here, huh?
Was it
Who
Judy?
said that it was okay? No. I think not. Who would ever invite him, huh? Who would ever invite this clown?
Yes.
How dare you, Judy? Why would you invite this clown?
Good. Then allow me to get to the point. Regardless of your intentions, you broke the law. You've been a bad, bad girl, and now you must be punished.
I understand. Nevertheless, I understand you did what you did in order to prove Mr. Tangaroa was innocent.
Oh, that's his line. I'm so sorry.
Nevertheless,
What?
I understand that you did what you did in order to prove Mr. Tangaroa's innocence. What do you think of my Judy Bound impression, by the way? I've been working on it.
That was pretty good.
Thank you. Your validation means the world to me. Therefore, if the real culprit really is someone else, then we have a duty to reinvestigate the case.
I love how you didn't stop me. Until I was like almost done reading the line. There's nothing to suggest that anything nefarious took place in the official IS-7 incident records. And right now, there's nothing to suggest that we should take this at her word either. So our first order of business should be to arrest the culprit of the case before us, Miss Bound herself.
Objection!
Official records cannot always be trusted, Mother Gavelle. Especially since there are those prosecutors who would think nothing of twisting the facts. Such as, for example, that bitch Von Karma.
My dad. Are you suggesting that the committee at the time overlooked just such a prosecutor? Such a bitch, Von Karma.
That's for you and your people to figure out that they absolutely did. However, it is a fact that the autopsy report was faked, seeing as Mr. Frost's body was only found just now.
There really is something of Mr. Von Karma on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Do not put me on the same level as that bitch. How so exactly?
Shut up. By continually defying the will of the committee and bending the truth to fit your needs, that's how!
Bending the truth? Is that not Artie Frost's body that we found in the fountain? Are you calling me a liar?
There are no facts. These are the facts.
Fact is, you're a bitch.
Perhaps this time you understand how the committee sees this case.
Committee's view.
Love seasoning. It makes me so happy. And I'm so glad I have allergies.
The committee is willing to cite that Mr. Von Karma falsified Mr. Frost's autopsy report. Even still, that bitch only managed to have Mr. Tangaroa convicted as an accomplice. I personally have come to believe that the real culprit behind the IS-7 incident is Miss Bound. Her plan to poison and kill Mr. Gusto today was her attempt to frame him for Mr. Frost's murder.
And this is
Yeah,
how
we still
the
don't have
committee's-
motive. We just still don't have motive.
Don't have motive, and also there's the fact that the statute of limitations is already up for the IS-7 incident in this legal system where the statute of limitations applies to murder cases. So like she's already gotten away with it. What does she have to gain from framing someone else for what Cavell is alleging that she did?
Yeah.
And this is how the committee sees things, is it?
It is, as always, I act solely in the service of law and order.
Which is your favorite Law and Order spin-off? SVU? Criminal Intent? It sounds to me like all she's doing is acting in service of the committee in covering up the truth.
I
If I can't change,
watched any Law and Order. Sorry,
say again.
I haven't watched any Law and Order.
My mom loves it, so I've like sat through a few episodes.
Right.
And if I can't change her mind, there will be no saving Mr. Tangaroa or Miss Bound.
Hold it!
If you accept that bitch Von Karma falsified the report, then why won't you reinvestigate the case?
Because the cause of justice is never wrong. The
Objection!
verdict remains. Her verdict remains true despite Mr. Von Karma's manipulations.
Objection! Despite blatant evidence tampering, you show your precious goddess is into that shit? Almost makes you think the committee might have other reasons for not wanting this looked into again.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Don't worry. Totally normal. Normal, definitely. Definitely, absolutely. Further investigation is simply unnecessary since the gods of justice has already spoken.
Is that right?
Hold it!
I believe it was a confession that sealed Mr. Tangaroa's fate in the end. Confession secured by that bitch Von Karma, which should surely cast doubt on the final verdict itself.
Overruled. Samson Tangaroa confessed to the initial investigating officer, one Detective Ian Seidman. Right. The official records state that it was his interrogations that led to the conviction.
Inside man. Inside man. He's a fucking plant.
Therefore, all I can say to you is the gods of justice has already spoken. Unbelievable! She just won't budge at all! Are these committee guys really that big of a deal?
In many ways, they are a prosecutor's worst nightmare.
So, kind of like how the police are to the Great Thief, huh?
Funny how you don't seem to have a problem working with the police when it suits you, though.
Hold it!
Are you suggesting that Mr. Tangaroa and Miss Bound killed Mr. Frost together?
Why not? You could even imagine they split their roles as thus. Mr. Tangaroa could have been the one to commit the act itself, while Miss Bound was to remove the body.
To what end?
The thought... No. What? The thought that we could ever kill Mr. Frost. You stole his corpse and hid it for 18 years!
Okay. So now, why reveal the body?
I don't know her motivations, I just know the facts!
Perhaps you should determine her alleged motive before you declare your allegations to be facts. Bitch.
Is it really so surprising you might be considered as a suspect or...
Miss Bound has freely confessed to all of her crimes. Now is not the time to speculate about what else she might have done in the past.
Very well. Then let us pass judgment on what we know she did in the present. Frame him for Mr. Frost's murder.
Hold it!
Why would Miss Bound have chosen to frame Mr. Gusto for the murder?
No doubt because he suspected her of being the real culprit. He may have entered when he thought... what he thought was the Winter Wing simply to see if the Gemini statue was genuine.
And he may have simply taken a blowtorch to the top of the display case for entirely innocent reasons. Yes.
Yes, definitely. Why would it not be for innocent reasons, huh? Little did he know that he would be greeted by a trap designed to silence him. A trap that nearly worked.
Do you have any evidence to support that line of reasoning?
Unfortunately, Mr. Gusto remains in critical condition. It will be difficult to prove anything until he regains consciousness. In other words, there is little we can do for now. You can't prove anything either.
In other words, please be true. On the contrary, there is plenty we can do.
You still have not grasped the situation, have you? Then allow me to spell it out for you.
Oh, I assure you, I have firmly grasped it.
The only evidence we have to explain about the I-17 and the poison gas attack. You therefore determined that there's no need to investigate either case any further.
Hold it!
All the evidence you need?
In the matter of the IS-7 incident, we have a body, a murder weapon, and 2 suspects.
Sus.
As for the poison gas attack, we have the sources of the 2 chemicals and Miss Bound's confession. And as for you, Mr. Edgeworth, we also have enough evidence.
That I'm a Giga Chad?
To see that yourself will have to answer to committee in a formal hearing. Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Don't worry, Miles. Don't worry, Milesy Smilesy. If nothing else, you're always more than welcome at Edgeworth & Co. It is really weird that a law firm bearing his family name is operating without him.
Yeah.
Mommy, I'd greatly appreciate it if we could stay focused on the matter at hand.
Mommy?
Sorry, go ahead.
Mommy? No. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Nothing important. Everything you say is important, that's not true.
Something about how you wanted to be Miles' stepmom?
Not what I was going to say!
Do you deny it, though?
No. Of course. Now, where was I?
You were thirsting after my father for some reason. Why were you doing that? She's not that much older than you.
Oh, she's not? Verity. I was just wondering, do you wanna go up to the courtroom later? I can show you what the goddess of justice really is like.
You're too poor for her.
Yeah. I'm also not religious enough.
Hold it!
You really need to assert that there are no loose ends left to investigate? None at all?
All of the evidence has been examined at length, and there's nothing more to be learned from them. Really? Interesting. Therefore, I see no need to further prolong the trial.
Objection!
Your Honor! I'm certain there's something that still needs to be examined.
Then pray tell what it is. The hammer is about to fall, Mr. Edgeworth. Only hard evidence can stop it now.
Oh, I've got some hard evidence for you.
You, Larry. Shut up. Present what you think requires further deliberation now, assuming there really is anything left for this.
What do we still need to deliberate on? The pink puddle? No? The statute is suspended should the suspect flee to a foreign country. That's probably going to come up in a minute, but Gusto did leave for Zhengfa for a while.
Yep. Umberland, I'm sure.
Finger marks. This isn't over yet. Not by a long shot. There's still one thing we don't have an answer to. And it's up to me to point it out to Mother Gavel.
Objection!
Nope, not there.
letters say PH, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Good, Kay, good. You know your alphabet. They show that the teapot was made by Paul Leake. They're his initials, obviously.
Oh, I thought it meant Piss Hat. But I thought his real name was Artie Frost.
It was. It was, thereby making this a piece by the victim of the IS-7 incident as well. And his works seem to be everywhere here in Zodiac Hall.
Someone is one swanky teapot.
That's one way of putting it. I lean more towards eccentric myself.
Whatever it is, it won't do for a great thief to remain so ignorant about what the click is. About such chic things. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? Can't speak.
Sheik from The Legend of Zelda.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, your ignorance is my bliss. I got an achievement for that.
Objection!
No, not that menu.
Hang on a second, hang on.
Objection!
Nope.
Objection!
Any thoughts?
Prosecutor's badge. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. I'm surprised it's not that.
Objection!
Didn't think so, but it was worth a
Good
shot.
thought, though. Good thought.
Mm. Time to go through evidence one by one.
Objection!
Attorney's been.
Objection! Objection! Objection!
What was it?
Fuck off, 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 fuck off,
What was it?
fuck off.
I need to see what it was. Well, I guess I'm gonna see it now in a second.
For some reason, this is it.
Or the results. We'll see now why. Let's see why.
Stupid game. I'm afraid there is still one question concerning the IS-7 incident that remains unanswered, Your Honor. But we're not looking at that right now. We're looking at the fucking Gemini cases analysis results for some stupid reason. Would you mind taking a look at this?
What is it?
They're test results carried out on the liquid at the bottom of the Gemini case in the winter wing. As you can see, traces of blood were detected. The question is, whose? Until that question is answered, I hardly think you can claim to have all the evidence.
There's blood in the Gemini case. Why did I not hear about this from Eustace?
Because you assumed he was able to read. Because Detective Gumshoe informed me of the results directly. I was planning to tell Mr. Winter about it myself, of course. Mr. Winter of it myself, of course.
You kept this to yourself until now, despite having no jurisdiction here whatsoever. Mark my words, the committee will hear all about what you have done here today.
And I'll just hide this dialogue box and let you get a good look at her face up close for a minute.
Hi, how you doing, girl?
She is judging you super hard.
She could do that. I'll let her do that. She's the only one I'd let do that.
Right, she's
Hey,
the
girl.
only one you'd let.
And like Leon and like
And Gregory Edgeworth.
Shut up! Shut up!
Claude.
Shut up!
Felix.
Shut up, Ferdinand!
Edelgard.
Shut up! Yeah, shut up!
Hubert.
Shut up!
Yuri. Yuri. Shamir.
Okay, listen here.
How about Lynn?
No. I do like her, but no.
As ever, my interest is in the truth, and if mistakes were made in the past, they must be rectified. If you must report me to the committee, then so be it. But in return, we must be allowed to investigate this case to the very end.
That is not my decision to make. You need to discuss it with Eustace.
I'll bribe him with a candy bar, and it'll work. Guess who's back, losers? And with good news too. It was a close call for a minute there, but Carmelo Gusto is alive. Gusto?
He made it.
Remember, you were this guy.
You're the one who found me.
Yep. Long time no see, Gusto.
You're the attorney's assistant. You've grown, and you have an assistant of your own now.
Assistant? No, I'm... He hasn't got the gig just yet. This is Gregory Edgeworth's son. Prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth, at your service.
Fate moves in mysterious ways. I'm in your debt. If you hadn't found me in time, I wouldn't be here to thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. After all, if you hadn't lived, we wouldn't be able to ask you what really happened 18 years ago.
Huh? What the fuck are you talking about?
We figured out quite a bit while you were out cold. Including the fact that you're probably the guy who offed poor Audie Frost. What? Is that true? Wubba-dubba-dubba, that true? Miss Bound set up a very elaborate trap to catch Mr. Frost's murderer. A trap that involved rigging the Pisces case with poison gas. Perhaps in light of that fact, you could tell us in your own words what happened back then? Or perhaps you'd rather exercise your right to remain silent. Oh, it's not that. Gusto here is a fan of the old meditation. You know, Om and all that bullshit.
Wow, sleeping while standing seems pretty cool. That's one heck of a talent.
Except there's no sleeping involved in meditation, okay? Hey! Gusto, old pal! How about you snap out of it and tell us what went down way back when?
I don't know how much of that actually went through. I was caught in the girl's trap, so I must be the killer? Is that your idea of a fucking joke? I'm the victim here!
Indeed you are, Mr. Vester. And there is no evidence that you haven't done anything wrong yet. Mr. Edgeworth and Mr. Fender are merely speculating.
You know what I like about... Sorry. Just the reason why I really like Apollo Justice as an Ace Attorney game is because the prosecutor and the defense attorney just fucking go at it. When they realize that what's going on and like, oh, this guy's actually the bad guy. They just go at it. Both of them just go at it.
Wait, they fuck right in front of the perpetrator?
Like, do you remember? I don't even remember who was it they were going against. It was Javier's like brother, right, or something. And they were like, I think it was him they were going at. Anyway, it was just between Paul and Javier, and they were just like, no, they were just like going back and forth. I love that scene. That was great. I don't like though how like, well, the last game it was just like, you know, you're always against like you were against Shilong Lang, and like he never really made any sense. This game, Gavel's not as bad, but she's still just trying to prove you wrong. And it's just like, girl, you realize what's happening. If you put 2 and 2 together, like, why are we fighting me? Anyway,
The Shilong Lang was opposing you just because he's a bullheaded, stubborn idiot. Gavel is opposing Edgeworth, presumably because she's like covering for shady corporate interests.
yeah. Rest assured that they have no authority here, and that you may pay them no heed. Yeah, I guess Clavier was kind of just like in it. He was just in it for the drama. He was just there.
Clavier was actually trying to do his damn job instead of just racking up wins.
Yeah. I love that man. Sorry. At least somebody here seems to be on my side. Just Verity Gravel. It's a pleasure, Mr. Gusto.
Oh, I love talking about pleasure with you, Verity.
That's kind of sus, bro. I will assist you in any way you may require.
Oh, is that how it is?
Shut up. You damn fool. Perhaps you could begin by explaining what actually happened 18 years ago to this fool, Edgeworth. Fine! You want me to prove I'm innocent, Mr. Prosecutor? I'd be happy to!
Objection!
So this is how you mean to play it, Mother Gavan? You're hoping Mr. Gusto will help you to hide what happened instead of trying to correct the record?
I believe only in the infallible judgment of the goddess of justice.
Except it is us humans who make the actual judgment calls in a court of law. And so long as there are those who would use the law to their advantage, our rulings are fallible indeed. If you would use your position to further obscure the truth, then neither she nor I will forgive you.
We shall see about that. What do you advise, Juscabel? It would seem that you are under suspicion because it was you who triggered the poison gas. Specifically by opening the Pisces case's lid. Would you be so kind to share why with us? Understood! I came to see Frost sculpture, simple as that. I made a mistake with opening times and arrived half an hour early.
Miss Pound, was there no one at the reception desk at around that time?
I had the entrance up on guard unlocked just in case the killer made an appearance. I was also busy making preparations elsewhere, all the way up until the gallery's opening. So no, there was no one here on the first floor then. But I did make sure that all the wings were locked up tight, all except for the autumn wing, that is.
I see. She did all that just to steer the culprit into the autumn wing, which is precisely where Mr. Gusto went.
Taking to a building's pretty sus, however you slice it.
Okay.
Suspicious!
Good girl. Finish your words.
Silence in the courtroom!
This is not a courtroom, it's a fountain room.
I will permit no objections or interventions unless there is some evidence that the witness is lying.
A courtroom? You know this is an art gallery, right?
Out gallery? What is displayed in an out gallery, Kay?
Shut up! You're so mean, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why are you laughing?
Because I love you.
You are mean. You are mean to me. So mean, so mean. Mr. Gusto, if you could please continue by explaining why you opened the Pisces case. I wanted to see Frost work up close. So I went up to the Gemini. Sorry, I guess it was supposed to be the Pisces statue. And I saw the lid was frozen on tight. So I grabbed a blowtorch from nearby and tried to open it.
Why open it?
Sus, bro. When I finally got open, gas came pouring out.
Fascinating. His is the sort of flawless testimony attorneys can only dream of.
Yeah, everything sounds like a lie, kind.
I am none too satisfied with Mr. Gusto's explanation myself. Alas, there is no evidence to refute it.
Come on! There must be something, you bitch!
It's Brown's story you should be questioning, not mine! I'm not the one who set up the gas trap! She could have killed anybody with that thing!
Anybody who happened to have a blowtorch with them and wanted to, for some reason, for some mysterious reason, open up the Pisces case.
Objection!
She turned on the sprinklers as soon as the gas was released. She knew exactly what she was doing. She was gunning for the killer, and nobody else. That killer being you, old pal.
You believe that self-confessed criminal?
Her rack is nicer than yours.
He would. He would say that, actually. Actually, yeah.
Miss Bound is far from blameless in this affair, and she will have to pay for her crimes.
I will?
But so will Mr. Frost's killer.
You seem determined to pin Frost's murder on me.
If the glove fits, I don't acquit.
But I had no reason to kill him. Ah, we're finally getting to motive. You have no evidence to prove otherwise.
Miss Bound and Mr. Tangaroa never had any motive either.
Not prove that he's the killer, Mr. Edgeworth. I think that's kind of...
Mr. Gusto fell victim to the poison gas. That much is indisputable. Yet, no matter how suspicious his actions in the present may seem, they prove nothing about the past.
Yeah, but the point about you, Mr. Fender, there must be something you can do.
You're right. We may not have evidence, but we have plenty of intel. Let's see now. If Gusto killed Frost, he must have had a reason. He claims not to have a motive. That can't really be true, can it? If he did it, he has one. Not many people commit murder just for fun. Every now and then you run into it, though. This probably ain't one of them cases, though. In fact, your old man had a little back and forth with that bitch Von Karma about a probable motive, too, remember? How could you possibly say that with any certainty? If their relationship had broken down for some reason. That could very well have been the motive behind this murder. That bitch Von Karma wouldn't let us talk to Gusto back then. But we can now. If we can put the Pisces together, if we can put the pieces together, I think the picture we've been looking for just might emerge. Yes, I think you might be right. I need to think back over everything we know about the IS-7 incident, especially the questions that never got answered.
In the finger mark, were you the one wearing the gloves?
Miss Scone denied that the finger marks on the frame were hers. But what if they were Mr. Gusto's? Perhaps he had wanted to take a look through the ultimate cookbook for himself.
So he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were.
In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected.
Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he'd have just lost track somewhere along the way.
My father noticed these things for a reason. I just need to piece them together correctly. In the absence of evidence, it is the only way to the truth. Emotional damage? Yep, there it is. That doesn't have-
Emotional damage.
I'd better think again.
I have more thoughts.
Okay, that surprised me. That's not quite right. I need to reconsider the information at hand. Those two don't connect at all. Photographing the
okay.
cookbook's contents would be the perfect way to steal its secrets undetected. And what if Mr. Gusto did just that? What if he used Mr. Tangaro's camera to photograph the book?
Maybe the perfect crime. So much better than stealing and getting chased by the cops.
A sneaky snapshot of 20, huh? That could work. The only question is, when would he have done it? Good question. What about during afternoon tea? Didn't Delicia say that Gusto and Frost had missed out on the little tea party they had? Which brings me to the next question. When do we know for certain that Mr. Frost was still alive?
After the contest began, nobody saw Clyde nor hair of Frost as he had secluded himself in his room. And the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangaroa, possessing, as he did, the only key.
Miss Scone, were Mr. Tangaroa's works the only ones you sampled?
No, dear, I couldn't help myself. When I finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over to Chillywick's room for a little taste, too.
Daddy Frost had
Hello,
kept to
Sid.
himself inside his room after the contest had started. But he was gone by the time Miss Scone snuck into it to sample his work. Meaning there's a good chance he was murdered before the end of afternoon tea. There is very much a logical connection between those two things. I tried these two earlier. Fuck you! Mr. Gusto, you and Mr. Frost conspired to create works for the contest together, did you not?
So you know my little secret.
Mr. Fender was kind enough to inform me. Mr. Frost was in charge of the designs, while you were in charge of the flavor. Is that correct?
What can I say? Still had a long way to travel on the road becoming a master confectioner.
But you only collaborated up through the semi-final. Something changed after that.
We both wanted to show what we could do. Show that we were better than Tangaroa.
Objection!
Then why did you help Mr. Frost with his entry for the final?
What grounds do you have to say that?
Your own statement, made to that bitch Von Karma 18 years ago. You told him that you had been working together right up until the day before the final. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. Ice which would have needed at least a day to freeze, and whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto.
Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me. That he helped Frost until the day before the final.
In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return?
I could hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
So
I don't
why
even know
didn't-
how to read.
So why didn't Mr. Frost help you in return? I submit that your relationship broke down for some reason, and that became the basis of your motive for murder.
That's not how it was! Sure, we stopped working together, but it was all perfectly friendly. You stopped working together? In a friendly way? Kinda hard to imagine, but okay, Grandpa. Besides, how do you think I did it exactly? You think I just strolled in Tangaroa's room and killed Frost? I couldn't have killed the man while Tangaroa was in there working on chocolate pieces, could I? So you see, it couldn't have been me.
Be so sure. There must be a window of time when Mr. Tangaroa wasn't in his room. If I can prove that, I can prove that Mr. Gusto had the opportunity to kill Mr. Frost. We can be sure that Mr. Frost was alive until the beginning of afternoon tea, making tea time the only window during which Mr. Gusto could have killed him.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Gusto's story now, Mr. Edgeworth?
I will never be satisfied. Sadly, I'm afraid I'm still rather unsatisfied. But things are finally starting to become clear, and the truth will soon come to light at last.
Do you mean to say that you have uncovered new evidence?
Evidence? No. I was hoping I might convince Mr. Gusto to open up to us about it instead.
Oh, is it mind game time again? Mind chest!
It is. Mr. Gusto, I have a question for you. I said I have a question for you.
Yeah! What the fuck is it?
You chose to make your entry for the final on your own.
I told you! I wanted to test myself! I wanted to prove I was the best in the world!
Objection!
If that were the case, then surely you wouldn't have chosen to cheat in the first place. So tell me, Mr. Gusto, why did you feel the need to team up with Mr. Frost? 18 years ago, Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost collaborated in the confectionery contest.
18 years.
But why did they work together, and why did they enter the contest in the first place? That's the information I need to get out of my opponent somehow. Mr. Gusto seems to have a habit of pretending to be asleep when things aren't going his way. Let's start by focusing on why he chose to work with Mr. Frost. By my hand, now is the time to dig up the truth that was buried all those years ago. Mind chess. Commence!
Avenge, Daddy!
Why did you collaborate with Mr. Frost? Mr. Gusto, what inspired you to collaborate with Mr. Frost?
We were acquaintances before we were contestants. He was interested in entering contests, so we decided to sign up together.
And your decision to pair up with a sculptor had nothing to do with your lack of faith in your skills?
Huh! You don't know me, bitch! We joined forces because we wanted to make the most perfect creation possible, that's all!
What, you couldn't do that on your own? I will expose all your lies in the end, Mr. Gusto. It is only a matter of time.
Sorry, wanted to see if I could do an impression of you. Turns out it's easy, bitch.
He's having to bide his time as well, it seems. I'll need to pick my words more wisely.
Frost's son and mine were in the same grade at school. So we got along pretty well too.
Oh, so you were just two friends who happened to try for the title of World's Greatest Confectioneer.
I don't like where you're going with this.
Wake up! Pretending to be asleep when going gets tough won't work on me, I'm afraid. Mr. Frost was a sculptor, Mr. Gusto. I doubt he cared much about winning a title for confectioneers. In which case, he probably had a different motive for taking part in the contest, wouldn't you say?
Fine, it was me. I wanted the title. Frost was only in for the prize. The ultimate cookbook.
I see. And since your objective is dovetailed so neatly, you decided to work together. But then something happened. A breakdown in your relationship, perhaps? If so, I want to know why.
Hey, couple. Bitch, I'm still quite unwell after my brush with death. Push me too hard, and I'll be on my way back to the medical room!
No, wait!
Medical room? Then you better wrap this up quickly! I'm already dangerously low on patience.
Mr. Gusto is trying desperately to make his escape, but he's not going anywhere yet. Not as long as he's still keeping things from me. So let's figure out what he was really after next. There's no time to lose. I need to pick the right line of questioning, and fast. You too had your eyes on something other than the title, didn't you? After all, I'm not sure the title of World's Greatest Confectioneer even counts for that much.
Now you're telling me the way of the confectioneer? My goal, my only goal was to win that title. I didn't care about anything else. You have no idea how much it would have meant to me. Look, Look, my sense of design may not have been up to stuff back then, but you should see me now.
Oh, so you've improved.
Fuck yeah, I've improved. I didn't do all that train and jump off for nothing. Ooh.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I looked up Teguro, you know. Spent hours poring over the design of his work. Even used to watch his show with my son.
Sounds to me like Mr. Tangaroa's work was especially influential in your early studies. And with his recipe book, you might have even become the best someday.
Maybe. The book was a real treasure, no doubt about that. Any affectioneer would have wanted it.
So, you were interested in the book too? You claimed that your only goal was to win the title. Yet you also seem to have had an interest in the contest's prize, the ultimate cookbook.
Ah! The greatest collection of recipes by the world's greatest confectioner! I can't say I had absolutely no interest in it. And even if I did, what exactly is so wrong with that?
Nothing, I suppose. Only that the book contained recipes for medicines, not desserts. And everyone who entered the contest supposedly knew that. I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere. I can't let him slip from my grasp now. I just need to stay calm and keep the pressure on.
Stay calm, keep the pressure on.
Next, let's find out why he wanted the cookbook. So your plan was to win the cookbook and use it to help you with your own creations?
Who else? A book like that could have improved my craft tenfold.
Who else?
What else?
You could have made a lot of money if you'd sold it.
I don't know much about what's actually in there. But it was worth more than money, I'll tell you that.
You know more than you're letting on. Come now, Mr. Gusto. I think you know more about the Ultimate Cookbook than you claim.
They told us a little about it at the start of the contest.
Then you know what kind of recipes it actually contained, don't you? And that they weren't dessert recipes at all.
I see you did your homework. Fine. So you know what was really in there. The Ultimate Cookbook, or the Angel's Cookbook, to give it a proper title. It's a collection of chemical formulas, a way to synthesize new medicines nobody has ever heard of.
So he did know that the cookbook actually contained recipes for medicines. This could be an important clue. Did you know how valuable the cookbook really was?
What kind of question is that? It was a collection of Tangaroa's recipe. There wasn't a confectioner in the world who wouldn't want to have their hands on that.
Time to deploy my clue. Except you knew that's not what's really in there. Your designs may have improved thanks to your training in Jung Fa, but you clearly didn't do enough work on your skills of Decepticon. You've already admitted that you knew the Ultimate Cookbook was a collection of recipes for medicines.
No!
Thereby making your interest not gastronomical, but pharmaceutical in nature. You needed medicine, didn't you? You're a confectioner, Mr. Gusto. You had no professional interest in revolutionary new medicines, which suggests that your interest must have been personal.
I underestimate you.
I underestimated you. How about this?
Fine, you're right. Wingtail wasn't the only reason I entered the contest. I needed one of the recipes in that book. It was for my son. He was sick.
He was. Tell me more.
It's none of your fucking business. I told you as much as you need to know.
He looks rattled, but I can't let him off the hook. Let's find out what this mystery illness was. I've almost gotten to the bottom of this, I can feel it. Just a few more moves.
Into the thick of it.
What was the name of your son's condition? Could you tell me the name of the disease your son suffered from?
Crazy. Crazy. Oh, you're a real cold customer, Mr. Prosecutor. Is it enough that he was seriously ill? Why would you force me to tell you more?
I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. I'd better try another tack. Tell me more about your son.
He was my pride and joy and my biggest fan.
Ooh, past tense. And you entered the contest in order to help him.
You don't have children of your own. Any father would have done the same.
You hear that, Kay? I don't have children.
Not yet. I would have done anything to help him. Anything. He would come to see me at the contest venue too. Right up to semifinal.
Really? He didn't get in the way of your work? If you were trying to beat Samson Tangaroa, surely you didn't have the time to look after a child.
Well, yeah, I want to do right for him. He said he wants to always be the first to try my creations. I'm still recovering, so if you've got nothing to say, let me go back to the medical room.
Wait! I may need to be a little more proactive. Hey, tell me about your son. ... So he wasn't too sick to join you. You said your son was sick, Mr. Gusto, and yet he was able to come and join you for the contest?
But wasn't that kind of illness something life-threatening anyway?
This feels like it could be an important clue. But it wasn't life-threatening, was it? You've already shared with me that your son's illness wasn't life-threatening. So why are you so reluctant to share any further details?
I mean, it had been life-threatening, but that doesn't mean it hadn't been life-altering.
I see. That must have been very hard on both of you.
Of course it was. That was why I did everything I could to find a cure. We were desperate. He couldn't taste anything, not even his favorite desserts.
As I understand it, the Ultimate Cookbook contains the recipe for a very particular medication. One that Mr. Tangaroa used to cure himself of his own taste disorder.
So he had two?
2, you say? So your son has a taste disorder then, am I correct?
How did I let that slip?
You've been asking me to believe that you needed to win the cookbook in order to cure your son. But was that really the case?
Of course it was. What are you saying?
I'm saying that I'm not so sure that's true based on everything you've told me. I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. I better try another attack. Was the book necessary for him to get better? So you needed the cookbook to cure your son.
Yeah, nowadays you can get the medication. Yep, you can get the medication anywhere. But back then, the book was our only hope. Which is why I didn't dare waste any time on fancy tea parties. I had to get my all to my work.
And what about Mr. Tangaroa's work? Surely that tea break gave you the perfect opportunity to go steal a glance at it.
And what made you think I had the energy or time to care about what the others had made?
I think you've made it abundantly clear how much interest you had in Mr. Tangaroa's work. What's more, if you were that determined to win the ultimate cookbook, I seriously doubt you would have passed up on our chance to take a peek at your competitor's entries.
I had plenty of chances throughout the contest to see the sample my rivals worked, you know. But each time I did, nothing seemed to have any flavor. Must have been nerves or something.
Nothing Mr. Gusto tasted had any flavor. That seems like it could be an important clue. So your son had a taste disorder then, am I correct? You've been asking me to believe that you needed to win the cookbook in order to cure your son, but was that really the case?
Of course it was. What are you saying?
I'm saying that I'm not so sure that's true based on everything you told me. Time to deploy my clue. You were sick yourself, weren't you? Taste disorders are difficult to live with. It isn't easy not being able to enjoy your food. You should know. After all, you just told me you'd experienced something like that during the contest. You said that nothing you sampled had any flavor. Those were your words, correct? Which would seem to suggest that you were suffering from a taste disorder. Confectioner without a sense of taste. Not exactly ideal. Are you sure it wasn't actually your own condition you were seeking a cure for, Mr. Gusto?
Enough of your speculations! I managed just fine in the contest. Made all my own entries, no problem.
But weren't you working with Mr. Frost? Sorry, but I'm afraid you're contradicting your own testimony. You already admitted that you and Mr. Frost had worked together during the contest. It's too late to claim you did it all on your own now. You would have us believe that you were a man of principle, a dedicated student of the confectioner's art. Yet you abandoned those principles and conspired with Mr. Frost to rig the contest. All so you could cure your own taste disorder.
You got me, Mr. Prosecutor. As you said, my sense of taste was shot. My son's fine. And that's why he came, so that he could taste it. For him. I kept it hidden for so long, 18 years, and nobody knew.
Sadly, you can lie to others, but you can't lie to me. Both Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost entered the contest hoping to obtain the ultimate cookbook. For the medicine that would cure Mr. Gusto's disorder, and the money it would bring in for Mr. Frost. Thus, an uneasy alliance was forged. And that, I believe, is checkmate. Ooh, I've recovered from so much emotional damage. Mind chess, checkmate.
Mitz, you're good. I never told anybody any of this, but you figured it all out anyway. It's true, 18 years ago, I developed agousia.
What's a gujia?
It's a taste disorder that makes it so you can't taste anything at all. Confectioner's worst nightmare.
I would have thought that a confectioner's worst nightmare would be to be carved up by all your own knives, come to life.
Yeah,
But I digress. Mr. Fender,
that's pretty
is
fucking scary too.
But I digress. Mr. Fender, is this what Mr. Tangaroa had as well? No, the big man had what they call dissociated taste disorder. Basically, some things he could taste just fine, while others had no flavor at all.
He suffered too. Can't have been easy. Not when there wasn't a way to cure it on the market.
Which is why you needed Mr. Tangaroa's cookbook. Do you admit now that that was the real reason you entered the contest?
It was only one of the reasons. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted the title. When I put my mind something, it gets done, and I won't lose to anybody. I may not have been able to taste it then, but I still knew my stuff was going to win.
Oh, so you went into the final thinking you stood a good chance of winning.
Of course.
What was it that Fender said about what Mr. Tangaroa thought of Mr. Gusto's creations?
Mr. Gusto's creation were perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up until the semi-final. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts.
We were told that your entry for the final was far from the prize-winning taste sensation you describe. What happened, Mr. Gusto? What went wrong that day?
Fine! Fuck! You're so annoying. You want to talk? I'll talk! You're not going to like what I have to say. Ross and I were working together right up through the semi-final. I handled the flavor, he did the designing. I wanted to face Tangaroa in the final on my own. No help, just me and my skills. So I helped Frost with his entry, but mine, I did alone. If it doesn't taste good in the final, that's on me. Can I say I lack training? And that's all there is to it. Happy now?
Don't seem to be any obvious contradictions in his testimony. Yep, not that I thought it'd be easy to get anything real out of him. He's managed to not let slip what really happened for 18 years after all. Why don't you try pushing him a bit, Milesy Smilesy? See if you can't shake something loose. I think I just might have to press him, Fender. Because that's how the game works.
Wait, that's how the game works?
Say the line, Star.
I handle the flavor. He did the designing.
No, the other line. The Starburst line.
What Starburst line?
What do we do in a cross-examination?
Oh, press.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Frost was in charge of designing the work. You both submitted, while you handled the taste?
Yeah, he was a sculptor, craftsman. His sense of design was second to none. But he was clueless about confectionery. It's where I came in. We each did what the other couldn't. Perfect team, you know?
And boy, did you not have an eye for aesthetics. Not even for the simple stuff.
Shut up! Ugh. How you like me now?
Huh. The national symbol of Zhengfa.
Oh yeah, it's a phoenix. That's pretty awesome.
I'll say. Pretty different to the stuff you were pumping out 18 years ago.
Behold the fruits of my training! I've dedicated my whole life to my craft. But back then, we both needed each other's help, so we joined hands until the final.
That sounds pretty gay, bro.
Hold it!
No thanks, bro.
You were serious about winning the title, then.
Of course. The art confectionery is my life. Why wouldn't I have wanted to be crowned the greatest? But I still had a lot to learn back then. Guess it's no surprise my work wasn't up to scratch.
But the title wasn't the only thing you wanted. There was the cookbook, too. And you wanted the book even more than you wanted the title. Isn't that right, Mr. Gusto?
Overruled!
Mr. Edgeworth, you are badgering a witness who is still suffering the effects of today's attacks. I cannot allow this harassment to continue.
I understand, Mommy, but...
Ignore him, Mr. Gusto. You need not answer the vile prosecutor's question. Please do continue your testimony in your own time.
Hold it!
So you're saying Mr. Frost didn't help you at all? But he'd helped you up until then, correct? It's a bit strange for him to stop so late in the contest, no?
Strange or not, it's the truth. Could be he had his reasons too, I wouldn't know.
If he's lying, it's gonna be a headache to prove. 18 years is a long time. Not unless that gizmo of yours has a built-in lie detector, Kay?
If it did, I have stolen the show from Mr. Edgeworth long before now.
When are they gonna make a Kay Faraday game? Don't worry, Fender. I can tell when he... Don't worry, Fender. I can tell when he's lying. No doohickeys assistance required. Please, Mr. Gusto, continue your testimony.
Hold it!
And yet, I heard that your creations prior to the final were scored highly for their flavor. So what went wrong? Was there some kind of cooking accident on that day?
No, nothing like that.
Perhaps...
It was, I told you, I had a taste disorder. My sense of taste failed me. It's as simple as that.
But Mr. Frost's entry was complimented on its flavor. Your sense of taste hadn't failed you then. Did something happen overnight?
think he's going to spill any more beans, Mr. Edgeworth.
Then perhaps I should ask him about something else. Did something change between the semi-final and the final, Mr. Gusto?
Not really. Semi-final and the final was the frost wasn't helping me.
Get evidence, bitch!
Objection!
I can think of one significant difference between the final and the semi-final, Mr. Gusto. Your son. This is him in the photograph, correct? You told me he was here with you up through the semi-final.
He was. What of it?
What indeed? He was here with you until the semi-final, until he suddenly wasn't for the final. And just as suddenly, your work went from being lauded for its flavor to being lambasted for it. I don't think that's a coincidence. Do you? He wasn't just spending quality time with his father. He was playing a much more pivotal role than that.
I just wanted him to see me hard at work. Show him I was trying my best for us. Who knows, maybe it was him being here that helped me do well in those early rounds. I mean, I wonder. It's a good game, but nothing about this guy seems super dad to me.
Indeed, Starburst doesn't even thirst for him. Thankfully, we would only have to give such an idea credence if his story were true. After all, how much could the encouragement of one small boy affect the taste of a grown man's work? Mr. Gusto prided himself on the flavor of his creations, but then he lost his sense of taste. He must have had a tough time maintaining his high standards after such a devastating loss, unless... I'm sure your son was here to cheer you on. That wasn't all he was here to do, was it?
You're a very suspicious man, Mr. Prosecutor. Why not try answering yourself for a change? What was an elementary school kid doing here, other than swear his father takes your creation?
Make your creations for you. To steal other people's creations.
Well, mine will do the funny ones.
You had your son steal your rival's creations.
You mean like scone? Like bits and pieces off of them? How would that help me,
Ugh, he's got a point.
I think the enemy got the point. Ask you again. I think the enemy got the point.
Gee, Archibald, do you think that enemy
Archibald, you
did
think
or did
the
not
enemy
get
got-
the point?
not get the point. I think the enemy got the point.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
To make your creations for you. Your son was the one making the orange treats for the contest, wasn't he?
My son was no confectioner.
I feel like you could have.
He was an elementary school kid. I doubt he even knew how to boil an egg.
It did seem a bit unlikely in retrospect. Your son knew the taste of your work pretty well, I imagine, Mr. Gusto?
He was my biggest fan. Of course he knew it.
In which case, he would have been a good judge of whether something tasted on brand, so to speak, no?
What are you implying?
You've already told us that you were suffering from a taste disorder. From a taste disorder.
Oh, man, I'm a bitch.
No one knew about your condition. Indeed, I doubt Mr. Frost would have wanted to continue collaborating with you had he found out. After all, it was your job to make sure his creations tasted good. Therefore, your son wasn't just here to support you. He was helping you by taste testing your work. Fuck, now it all makes sense. Frost's stuff tasted good because it really was finished the day before when the kid was still here.
You have vivid imagination, Mr. Prosecutor. But do you seriously think I trust a kid to tell me how to adjust the taste of my masterpieces? I have some pride, you know, even back then.
Did you now?
My designs may not have been much to write home about. Back home about. But I always knew my work tasted better than anybody else's. You think I risked everything by putting my reputation in the hands of a child? It's just more speculation. That's all this is!
In that case, I ask to speak with your son this instant. Let's see how much of your story he can corroborate.
Sadly for you, my son is no longer my concern. Oh, just a son. We're dead. Is he?
Bitch ex-wife took the kids in the divorce.
What?
What?
As soon as I got my son's taste back, I went straight to Jean Vague to start my training. And cut off all ties with that kid for good. Okay. Why? What? Why are you a bitch?
You abandoned your own child? And that ain't the half of it. No one knows where he is, even now. The cops have looked all over for him, but no dice.
So, still think you prove your asinine theory? I'd like to see you try. You think I care about anything besides confectionery? Think again, bitch. I got my sense of taste back. When do I have for a son? Hello? Hello? Oh? Hello? I don't know if that's how that works, actually. Fuck off, you bitch. Well, Mr. Augusto's words and action may demonstrate him being one of the worst fathers of all time. The gods of justice cannot judge him for that, right now. Therefore, Mr. Edgeworth, I believe it's time for you to admit defeat. Yeah, give it up! 18 years is a long time for anything surface now, proof or otherwise. Mr. Edgeworth, we have to do something! He's a terrible father! If we don't, the truth might be lost forever.
Where are you, Detective Gumshoe? I'd imagine her blood could possibly be, but we'll get it tested right away, sir. That's the last piece of the puzzle, I'm sure of it. Once we know whose blood it is. Hey, Miles! Sorry to cut in on your mind palace time, but I was pondering something myself. Our friend Gusto didn't come here just to check up on the body, did he? You mean because he tried to open the case? No. No. Exactamundo. Think we have anything that might explain why he tried to do that? We might, if Detective Gumshoe can make it back in time with a certain piece of evidence.
That's quite enough idle chatter, defense. Now, if you would.
Daddy Edgeworth, sir! Sorry to keep you waiting!
Oh, fuck, it's
Speak
that
of the devil.
detective.
I take it you have the test results, Detective.
Yes, sir! The lab just got back to me!
Defective, please. Court is in session. Can you try to shut the fuck up? Now then, am I right to assume that you are bringing us the evidence Mr. Edgeworth was just speaking of?
What? Aye, no fair! Why didn't anybody tell me about any of this?
It is indeed the evidence in question, Your
Mommy
Honor.
was talking.
It needed testing, so I asked him to carry it out.
What the? Why is everybody always helping you? I'm supposed to be the one in charge here.
Eustace?
Eustace?
Mommy is speaking.
I'm sorry I didn't involve. I'm not sorry I didn't involve you, because this is important. Can we at least hear what the detective has to say?
Well, alright.
So, Detective Gumshoe, what did the tests have to tell us?
You're not gonna believe this, but the owner of the blood we found in the liquid at the bottom of the Gemini case is Carmelo Gusto, the victim of the poison gas attack.
What are you talking about?
Thank you, Detective. You've been very helpful. Well, it looks like my suspicions were correct.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, what do you mean? Explain yourself. What is the significance of this blood in this case? This blood.
It's only the very thing the perpetrator of the IS-7 incident has been trying to hide all these years.
I?
The fact that your blood was found inside the Gemini case, Mr. Gusto, is as good as us finding your blood lying right next to Mr. Frost's body.
Why would there be traces of your blood there, of all places, Mr. Gusto?
If you won't answer Her Honor, Mr. Gusto, then I will. There wasn't just blood in the liquid from the Gemini case. There were traces of salt and sugar, too.
There were.
And if you remember, one particular part of Mr. Frost's work was allegedly very salty indeed.
Oh yeah, you're talking about what Delicia told us back then, right? What was it again?
I've never seen itis so scrumptious in all my life.
I change every time.
Really?
Really?
Man, wish I could have had a bite.
I think we did almost the same voice for that. Hello?
Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable.
The salty bit?
It's the other photo you got there. This bit, the harpy thing.
Gemini's liar. Yes, the liar, and only the liar, tasted as if it had been flavored with salt. There were no traces of salt anywhere else in Mr. Frost's entry.
Very interesting. Perhaps you could tell us, Mr. Edgeworth. Where did the salt and the liar come from? Your mom.
Take that!
This is the lamp from the IS-7 incident.
Indeed. And I believe that the salt that gave the liar its flavor came from just such a lamp. That bitch von Karma had established that both salt lamps were in Mr. Tangaroa's room at the time of the crime. One of them was used to kill Mr. Frost. And it was stained with his blood. no corresponding pool of blood was found in Mr. Tangaroa's room.
Right, because the culprit had chucked the piece of chocolate with that on it into the little stream.
Furthermore, aside from the liar, no traces of salt were found anywhere else in Mr. Frost's room either.
Hey, come to think of it, the lamps we found in Delicia's room were both broken.
The lamps appeared to be broken.
Walter smashed both of them.
Maybe they fell and broke on the floor.
We never did figure out how the one that wasn't used to kill Frost got busted, but are we thinking maybe it had Gusto's blood on it at some point?
Anyone whose blood was found on one of the lamps would have been a person of interest to the police, so the killer needed to hide the blood somehow, and in a way that wouldn't arouse suspicion.
Are you seriously suggesting that the liar was used to do just that?
I am. I suspect that the bloody salt was somehow applied to the liar, so it could be hidden inside the case. Somehow. Because unlike the fountain water, the sculptures would have needed more time and care to test properly. And so he waited and waited for his chance to dispose of the liar undetected.
Then the reason he's here today is...
18 years ago, Mr. Frost's body and the evidence pointing to his killer were taken away together. This, of course, was not part of the perpetrator's plan, and thus a new dilemma arose. The possibility that the body, the incriminating evidence, or both, would resurface one day.
So back he comes 18 years later, sneaking in bright and early to try and cover his tracks.
Well, Mr. Gusto, are you finally ready to admit it? That you are the one responsible for the IS-7 incident?
Mr. Gusto, it's all because of you that Samson.
Yeah!
Gusto.
Oh, I finally got caught, huh? All these fucking years later. Nobody came close back then. Not even the big shot prosecutor or the attorney. That's some impressive work, Mr. Prosecutor. Have to hand it to you.
You admit it, then? That you murdered Artie Frost?
Sure I fucking do. I did it! I killed that bitch! But he only had himself to blame.
What do you mean by
He
that?
had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. He agreed to help me. We were supposed to help each other so that one of us could win. However, one was supposed to let the other use the cookbook. But on the day of the final, that fucking rat really showed his true colors. Seriously, Floss, we had a deal!
Sorry, I'm not helping you in the final. Our little agreement is over, Gusto.
But I helped you! I spent all fucking day yesterday making the ice for your pieces!
Did you? And you can prove that, I suppose?
Do you? Wait, you were planning to betray me right from the start, weren't you? After Frost double-crossed me, I had to make my peace for the final by myself. And like you said, my son wasn't there, so I didn't have any help with the flavor either.
We still don't know why his son wasn't there. So much for the pride you claim to have in your ability to make delicious desserts.
Go ahead and judge. You have no idea what it was like for someone like me to lose my sense of taste. I gave up everything to become the best. Everything! I take pride in that. Something someone like you could never understand.
You're right. I don't understand. You take pride in the fact that you resorted to murder. Or that you abandoned your son. Why would I want to understand someone who could do such things?
A man can't afford to rely on other people. I learned that the hard way 18 years ago. My son never showed up on the day of the final. And in hindsight, I wouldn't be surprised if Frost was the reason why.
Okay, so are we about to say that Frost killed Gusto's kid?
Bro. What fucked up shit is going on? Why would you think that? What exactly happened to your son? How am I supposed to know? I told you! He's not my concern anymore! And according to you guys, nobody knows where he is now either. And you don't care? You're the worst father?
So with his disappearance, so too went your chances of winning, correct?
Yeah, I had to find another way of getting my hands on that cookbook. That's when inspiration struck. So I skipped afternoon tea and snuck into Tangaroa's room. It should have been easy. All I had to do was photograph the formula and get out of here. And Mr. Frost showed up.
I thought I might find you here.
Oh wait, sorry.
Stealing recipes from the famous cookbook, hmm? Tut tut tut. Tut tut
Oh
tut.
god. Frost!
What's this? A cure for taste disorders? Oh no, that's just too tragic. Confectioner who can't taste anything? What will people say?
If you tell anybody, I'll...
You'll what? You can't even hit me, you miserable worm.
Are you? From shoved me hard when I went to punch him. Knocked me clean off my feet. I crashed into one of the lamps. Must have been when my blood got on it. So Mr. Frost wasn't the first to get hurt. It's all over. I realized I had to get rid of that blood somehow. So I scraped up all the bloody bits. I dissolved those salt savings in some flavored ice mixture and brushed it all over the harp.
Instead of just, you know, like, melting it in a sink or something.
That'd be too easy, though.
And that's how you made the evidence linking you to the Moida vanish.
Frost was going to blackmail me. He would have made me give him money to keep quiet about my condition.
So you decided you had to kill him.
Yeah, I guess I did.
So that's two more reasons why this case is kind of stupid. Frost was going to blackmail Gusto. Like he was going to tell people that Gusto had a taste disorder and couldn't taste his own creations, even though there is a cure, and he was going to. Or I guess the thing he was going to blackmail him with was like the fact that he snuck around and photographed the ultimate cookbook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that works.
I want to let him live. Would you want someone holding something like that over your head? Besides, he's the one who drew first blood. It was all a case of self-defense, don't you think?
No, not really. So that was the impetus behind it all.
Anyway, I initially took the lamp to Frost's room. I went straight there once I figured out how I was going to hide the bloody parts.
Inspired by all the ice sculpting tools lying about the place, I guess.
You're not as dumb as you pretend to be. Yeah, I figured I could use them to chip it off and grind it up. Once that was done, painting the stuff all over the heart was easy.
Crimson, you have to frame him.
And it's getting close enough to 12 that I'm gonna call it here.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry, chat, but I got a show to catch, and I'd like to be there when it starts. So so that's gonna be it for tonight, chat. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all will join us on Starburst channel tomorrow for Dusklight Randomizer.
No. Well, probably, actually.
And
Maybe
then
not.
stay on Starburst channel on Monday for more Fire Emblem Three Houses. And then come back here on Tuesday where we'll finish this case more than likely. Good night, chat. Loves y'all. Bye.
Nice chat. Love you all. Bye.